there's something that's killing you. It's killing your career. It's costing you money. It's costing your self-confidence. It's just not good, okay? So I want to cover it right here, right now. Whenever you think to yourself, hey, is this a good time to call? Okay, hey, is this a good time to call? That is probably the worst thing you can ever do. All right, let me explain. When we sit there and try and curate the times that we're calling people, okay, it's bad news across the board. Let me explain. Okay, I wrote down some notes before we started the session here. Okay, number one, you're not going to upset them. You need to hear it from me. You are not going to upset them by calling them it's too early to call. It's too late to call. You're not going to upset them, okay? If it really is too early or too late, they're not going to answer their phone, okay? We already have enough of a problem with people not answering their phones to begin with. Don't limit your day to the hours of 10 to 2 because you're afraid you're going to upset somebody, okay? Here's the thing. If you do upset them by calling them too early or calling them too late, which you won't, they'll get over it in about 5 seconds, okay? So again, now you're in the game. You've got their attention. If they're upset that it's too early or too late, they'll get over it. If they don't get over it, they were never a qualified prospect. If somebody's that deeply offended that you called them at 7:10 a.m., okay, it was never going to happen. I'm sorry. That deal was never going to happen for you, okay? So they'll get over it if they're offended, all right? Here's the real issue, though, that I need you guys to understand. It absolutely annihilates, it murders, it kills your time, energy, and output when you're sitting there trying to curate the best time to call somebody. You guys need to be in the zone, right? Like whatever that basketball team was in Las Vegas with their run and gun offense. You need to be like, I'm in the zone, I'm locked in, I'm running and gunning, right? And if you feel like you need to call somebody, call somebody. Here's the other problem with you trying to figure out if it's a good time to call and only calling people during good time to call hours. The hours that your head is the clearest and the hours that you're the most productive, you spend doing lazy, unproductive, unskillful activities. I'm going to wait to make some calls. This is not the right time to make some calls. So now you're just going to use all your mental horsepower, all your energy, all your caffeine from your badass cup of coffee that you had that morning, right? All the inspiration because you haven't been polluted by the news yet to scroll Facebook and get polluted by the news, okay? If you're at your desk at 7 o'clock in the morning, caffeinated, feeling good, feeling hopeful on the day, make some damn calls. You're not going to upset anybody. And if you do, they'll get over it, all right? Last couple ones, okay? It starts a really bad habit. When you go, it's not a good time to call. Might be a little bit too late. Might be a little bit too early. It is, they emailed me, but it is Saturday. When you start to try and curate that, it's a bad habit. Because what ends up happening is that begets more excuses. That begets more delays. You need to just have a policy of, if I feel like making the call, I'm going to make the call. If they email me, I'm going to call them back. I'm on vacation. I can't make any calls. Step out onto the beach and make 6 damn phone calls. Even if there's background noise, you're going to find that you're going to get a lot of deals, okay? The last thing I want to cover with you guys on whether or not you're afraid to make calls, okay? Especially if it's the morning time and it's too early and you're scared to call somebody. Okay, there was a little guy named Steve Jobs. He had a little company called Apple. Okay, if you picture in your head right now, Steve Jobs, all right, what's he wearing? I'll tell you what he's wearing. He's wearing a black frickin' turtleneck and some jeans like this and some New Balance sneakers. Here's why. It's not because he was broke, because he wasn't. It's because of a little thing that Steve was aware of called decision fatigue. okay? And so what Steve did is he's like, I want to ding the universe. That was his quote. I love that quote. He's like, I want to ding the, I want to flick. I want to ding the universe. I want to make a dent in the universe before I step off of this realm of being whatever I am right now. Right? I think he accomplished that mission. But what he did realize was every day I'm preloaded with enough mental energy, effort, and aptitude to make a finite amount of decisions. Okay? Which is why he went black turtleneck, white New Balance sneakers, jeans, assistant. He told his assistant, go get 92 of those and just put them all in my closet, because that's one less decision that he needs to make, thus saving that power to go, should I do an iPod or an iCar, right? I'll do the iPod. That's a little bit easier, right? So the reason why I'm telling you this, guys, is if you're hesitating to call people and you're like, it's too early, okay? And you wait. There's 6, 7, 9, 32 decisions into their day. All right? I'm not saying don't call people later in the day. Call them all the time. But when in doubt, never ever burn those early morning hours. I would rather offend somebody that it's 7:04 and I'm calling them in the morning and they haven't made any decisions yet, because they're going to be slightly like, oh my God, I can't believe he's calling me. But their brain hasn't made any decisions yet. So they're going to be locked in and paying attention to me, especially if I'm checking in on a contract. I'm following up on a deal. Early morning's the best time to do that if you're trying to get somebody to make a decision. They're more likely to decide early in the morning. If you call them at 4 in the afternoon, they're already burnt out, right? I'm not saying don't call them at 4. Don't use my words against me. Call them all the time. But if you guys are scrolling social media, okay, and you're like, I want to wait until 10 a.m. to really get into the calls because I'm on the East Coast. Don't. If you're on the West Coast, get up when it's dark and start making some damn calls at 5 a.m., right? Call early, because the people are going to pay attention to you a lot more. If you like this video, I got you. I'm going to hook you up. Click the link in my bio. I'm going to give you the closing mini masterclass. It's normally $300. I'm going to pay for everything. You're going to close a lot more business. You're going to make a lot more money. You're going to have a lot more fun. And you're going to be like, Matt Easton changed my life. And I'm going to be like, yes, I did. Did we just become best friends? And you're going to say, yes, we did. And then you and I are going to be best friends, and it'll be great. So click the link in my bio so we can be friends and you can close more business, and I'll cover all the cost. See you there.